Hello and welcome to this Natural Health for Families workshop. So I will go straight into sharing my screen because I don't think you'll be able to see me once I've got the presentation up. So this is all about learning how to manage your health naturally. So I have been using these essential oils for around 4 years now, and at the time, the beginning of my natural health journey, it was 2020. I was pregnant, and I was looking for more natural alternatives to keep our whole family healthy. And obviously, it was pandemic time. My son Miles was born in the second lockdown here in the UK, and I just wanted something that would help boost his immune system, all of us really, but more specifically something that's safe for children and as young as him when he was born. So I didn't come across essential oils until he was about 10 months old, which is this picture on here on the left. That was about the same time as I started to hear about using oils. I did come across a lot of natural remedies, but they were more suited for adults and didn't have much research throughout pregnancy or with babies. So I did look a bit at homeopathy, which if you looked into natural health, you might have come across homeopathy. But I find that can be a bit complicated, whereas with essential oils, it's a lot easier to sort of like add someone to the waiting room. Are you in here? I think so. Go back. Oops. Right. So yeah, 10 months my little boy was when I started looking into the oils. I didn't get them. I think I got them like a month later, but it was like immune system that I was looking at, and then I just wanted to like research later on. So I just got used to with the first few. And then This Is Us now on the right. I've been using them for 4 years, well, almost 4 years now. This will be my 4th year and 2nd year doing the business. So my second son, Blake, I used the oils throughout pregnancy, through birth, labour, all of that jazz. Even when the situation changed throughout my labour, I ended up having a C-section and still used the oils to keep me calm in the hospital and healing the scar, things like that. But yeah, we've used the oils from day one of him being born, and yeah, it's made a big difference. Because obviously I didn't have the oils when my other son was as young, but over time I've sort of put more benefits for myself and my husband. It's not just about our children. But yeah, that's one main thing I'm passionate about, is helping other people know that there's other natural remedies. Yeah. So the goal of this workshop is to empower you. That's the main goal. And then so to feel empowered to take control of your health naturally, feel confident that you can use these essential oils for your health, happiness, and home. Know how to use the top 10 core essential oils and where to find the information, and be excited to ready to embark on a whole new life of wellness. So if you have any top health concerns, just take a minute to have a little think about what are your top health concerns. That might be yourself, that might be children, some other family members, but 3 things that are just on your mind, sort of thing. So for me, at the time when I was looking for some alternatives, it would have been immune support, maybe energy, and sleep. As time went on, it was more sort of just being proactive and finding remedies for like coughs, colds, and then just like toxin-free living as well. But yeah, this can be anything. It could be anxiety, um, frequent coughs and colds, allergies, anything at all. Pain, inflammation. Just to have a little think about what would be most important to you out of everything. Oh, and if you do want to just share into the chat, if you're happy to, and we can come to it at the end, and we can help you a little bit more specifically. So we do have choices. We can use the essential oils alongside medication. You have to be careful with some, but it's not necessarily one or the other. And you can support yourself with both. So with medication, pharmaceuticals, they are designed to manage symptoms, whereas the natural plant-based it addresses the body's needs and the root causes. So it just helps the body support whatever you're going through. And then so they're made differently. So the medicines are made from synthetic ingredients, whereas plants, yeah, the essential oils are extracted from plants. And then the side effects, there obviously are side effects from many medication, both known and unknown. And then with the essential oils, they're safe with no side effects. So purity does matter, because you will not get the same effect with a synthetic substance. It may even cause you to feel worse. Unfortunately, the essential oil industry isn't regulated, so companies can put 100% pure when actually they can have as little as 4 or 5% inside. So these adulterated oils can be blended with cheaper oils. For example, rose is quite an expensive plant, where so companies often use something like geranium, which is much cheaper, but obviously that's not the same plant, so it's not going to get the same effect and the same smell. Some some red flags on the packaging might be like hazardous to health and hazardous to wildlife. Rings alarm bells for me when I know it's meant to be plant oil in there. For example, lemon oil from the peel shouldn't be hazardous to health. So if you tried oils before, you might have found like they've got like an oily residue. That shouldn't be happening either. So that could be a carrier oil diluted. So it's like a vegetable mineral oil with it. Often people use them neat, and then they've got alcohols in, so it actually damages their skin. Where I did use a tea tree oil years back, and I thought it was horrible because it stung my skin. But now I know that that shouldn't be happening. Tea tree is very purifying. It shouldn't be stinging my skin. And that's because it had alcohol mixed in with that oil. There's some also other ones would say like fragrance oil. That's not real at all. And the most adulterated oil is lavender. So you can often smell the synthetics in lavender, and that's why people often hate it. But when you try pure lavender, you can notice the difference. I think lemon is another one that you notice it is from lemon. People often try it and then they're like, wow, it actually smells like lemon. And I'm like, oh yes, that's because it is. So you can trace your doTERRA oils back to their source, and it will give you its batch test results showing no contaminants, which I find is quite interesting. You just put in the code online and you get all your test results on that one. That's for all the singular oils, not the blends. So the plants need to grow where the soil and climate is perfect for them to thrive. This enhances the immune system of the plant, ensuring it is the best for us to use effectively. 96% of doTERRA oils are exclusively for doTERRA and not for any other company. So, for example, the chamomile is from the UK, and oregano is from Turkey. But there's some countries that do multiple plants, some only do a few, and it's over 140 essential oils sources from 45 nations. So these are just a few co-impact sourcing principles that the company helps with. You're welcome to screenshot any of these slides if you want to come back to them. But this is just a few great things that the company does, generating jobs, fair labor conditions all over the world. So there's 3 ways we can use essential oils. We've got aromatically, which is simply just smelling from the bottle, cupped over nose and mouth. And this cleanses the air if you're diffusing it. There's open airways. It supports mood and emotions the fastest way, and can help with sleep. Topically, this is directly on skin. This can be used neat. Not all oils can be used this way, but you can make rollers and roll it on that way. And you can apply to localized areas as well if you've got specific areas. This is a really good way to support joints and muscles. And then putting onto the feet is a fast way into the bloodstream. So this is a great way if you've got babies or younger children, just put it onto their feet. And this is not as sensitive for them. Or if you're not too fussed about the smell, this is a good place to put them. And you've got your nerve endings on your feet as well. And then pulse points, reflex points, especially if you've got roller bottles. And then my favorite way, which is internally. So I'd only suggest doTERRA oils for this, because I can't speak for any other oils for the safety of that, so it might not benefit you in the same way. So they can be used in a capsule, under the tongue, glass of water, or added into cooking. So they are quite potent, so you don't need much. And these are internally is a good way for digestive support, cleansing, detoxing, immune system. Very good for soothing mouth and throat, so you can get it directly in that area. There we go. So meet the wellness wizards. So these are the top 10 oils. First up is lemon. So this is the cleanser. So this is the cleanser for your body and your home as well. So so you can add it to water. So what I like to do, I even just run it through my hair just to get that extra freshness. You can clean your hands with it if you've got sticky residue, and you can clean the home with it. So I make a stain remover with lemon, just with some white vinegar and lemon oil, and just put that in the bottle and then spray it directly onto the stain. This is a really good one for like salad dressings if you want to make those. Dust wipes is another one I use lemon for. That's all the ones I mainly use, and internally in a capsule with some other oils that help with the immune system. Lemon's also a really good one for babies and young children for like snotty noses, coughs and colds. You can just use lemon diluted up their spine. It's a nice gentle one that's not too potent. Lavender. So lavender is the calmer, and this one's really good for calming the skin, calming the mind. Very good for sunburn. You can make little sprays with some witch hazel and lavender. And add it to bath salts. I used to get chilblains a lot, so lavender was really good for that. very good for sleep. Dryable. I use a lot of lavender. I normally do a drop each on everyone's pillows at night, or diffuse it, or both. You can put it under your tongue before you go to sleep, especially if you suffer from anxious feelings. You can also do that throughout the day if you get those feelings throughout the day too. Peppermint. So this is the refresher, and this is very good for soothing the digestive system. Things like nausea, stomach aches. Also very good to soothe cramping if you get period cramping, anything like that, even from exercise cramping. Good to apply before a workout and after a workout, just to cool down the body and help you breathe easier. Very good for mouthwash and oral care if you want to make your own toothpaste and mouthwash. Headaches and tension, also good for that, just soothes and calms down any inflammation in the head. So peppermint is very pungent. So 28 cups of peppermint tea is equivalent to 1 drop of this peppermint. So it gives you an idea of how strong it is. You're not going to need too many drops. So making cooling sprays and roller bottles, you only need a few drops of this one with your carrier oil or your witch hazel, maybe aloe vera if you're making the after sun or cooling sprays. You can also use it as a food flavoring like the lemon. I'm not too keen on the peppermint taste, but if you like peppermint chocolate, peppermint baking, it's a really good one for that. So tea tree, I might also say about peppermint being a good one for fevers. So with little ones, if they getting overheated for whatever reason, if they've even just gone into shock a little bit from falling over, you can just dab a little peppermint on the back of their neck, and it just distracts them a little bit and just calms their nervous system down. So tea tree is our purifier. This is especially good for any skin complaints, so cold sores, acne, chilblains. Again, it's very good for that itchy kind of feeling on your skin, as it purifies, and then the lavender calms, so you can combine those two quite well. Also good for your scalp and skin and nails, and also beneficial for like cleaning your house with as well, because it's got some antibacterial properties there. Tea tree is also a very good one for kids in their head lice. If you wanted to make like a hairspray, just spray on, like as a preventative, and spray on their school bag, hats, coats. You can just spray tea tree onto that, and it just keeps the head lice away. Oregano, so this is the destroyer. It is a very powerful oil. It's not one that people tend to diffuse a lot, because it's got a very herby, strong, spicy smell to it. But oregano is the oil that made me think, wow, these oils are something, because it really just get to work. And you'll see in a video in a minute just how powerful oregano is. So I would use this mainly in a roller for extreme immune support. So oregano acts as like a natural antibiotic. So I will use this in capsules as well. And it is a hot oil, so this one always must be diluted. If you're using it for cooking, just use a, what's it called? Not chopstick, a little stick, and then just stir that into the meal. And then you can add more if you need more, but you wouldn't need a whole drop of oregano for a meal. you're making like spaghetti bolognese, you can add it in that way. Toothpick, that is what it's called. And this one's also good for like cleaning the most dirtiest places, like the toilet, because it kills the bacteria. But if you pair it with some other oils, it doesn't seem as hot and spicy. Frankincense is the healer. So frankincense is the king of oils because it just does so much. It affects every cell in the body. So if you take it internally, it will keep your cells happy and healthy. So for that reason, it's very good for skin, like scars and skin that needs repairing and repairing tissue. It's also very good for emotions, meditation, and just calming the whole nervous system down. So this one's also a lovely one to have underneath, under your tongue, daily. It's just a cellular support. So the first time I used frankincense, I put a drop onto my feet, one on each foot, and massaged in with fractionated coconut oil. And I slept for 9 hours, and that just blew my mind because I didn't really know what I was doing at the time with frankincense. But I thought I'd tried it, and I absolutely love it now. It smells amazing, and it also enhances other oils. So if you pair it with, say, lavender for calming, it enhances that lavender for you, which is incredible. And it drives the oils as well. So if you use it as layering, so frankincense, then dove, then tea tree, then frankincense again, it just drives all those oils together. It's really frankincense is also a really gentle one to use with babies and younger children. Frankincense was my number one in the hospital. I was clenched on my frankincense, and it just kept me grounded because I just love the smell as well. But as soon as my baby was born, that was the first thing I applied to his feet and to the crown of his head, just to get him settled into his world. And yeah. So air is the clearer. So this is really good for any like sinus problems. If you've got blocked noses, you can just put it in a diffuser or a steam bowl, or even make some little shower melts. Like mold them into little melts that just put into the shower, and it has it like with the steam. It's really nice. So this one's got peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, lemon, cardamom, ravensara, and laurel leaf. Ravensara is a really lovely grassy. That's like sweet grass. A lovely smell. This has also saved marriages with its ability to stop snoring. So this is just applied to the chest with some coconut oil or other carrier oil. It's also very good for exercising and having before and after an exercise, just to help breathe easier. Is a good one when your children are sort of stuffy nosed. So I will put this, like make a vapor rub sort of thing. So with the solid coconut oil, and then just melt that into their chest or feet. Also diffusing it. Zengest. So this is well loved in the doTERRA community. So this is ginger, fennel, coriander, cardamom, star anise, caraway, and peppermint. This is everything to do with the digestive system. So any stomach cramps, gut issues, nausea, travel sickness, bloating, anything like that in the stomach, Zengest will be your best friend. And it acts quickly too. And it doesn't mean, so if you're going to the toilet too much or too little, it will work both ways, as it's an adaptogenic and just adapts to whatever stress is going on for you, which is pretty cool. I've used Zengest a lot. It's not one of my favorite smelling, but I'm so glad that Zengest is there when I need it, because it's not one I think, oh, I need to smell Zengest, but I will always use it when I need it. So I will often take this one in an empty capsule and just swallow it that way. So I'm still getting the benefits, but I don't have to smell it, because we don't all love everything the smell. But if you like those ginger fennel sort of smells, then you'll probably love this one. I know some people take it in their day, like their morning glass of water each day. And I'm not a fan of that one, but I quite like to roll it on my stomach, diluted. My son, who's 4, has had a tiny bit dabbed onto his finger, and he's just popped that onto his tongue when he's having some toilet issues, and he thought that was really cool, because in about 20 minutes everything had sort of calmed down. He was able to go to the toilet. So On Guard is up next. So this is what brought me to doTERRA. So this is a protector, and this is cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, wild orange, and this smells a lot like Christmas. It's got that nice spicy warm feeling to it. This is the immune system blend, so this is good to put on the feet every day. I will have rollers made up for everybody with On Guard in it. Especially good for diffusing throughout the winter months when everyone's sort of getting ill constantly. You can make recipes with it as well. So I know people that make like apple crumbles with On Guard, or you can do an immune boosting snack like soaking apple with the On Guard in water. Make your own hand sanitizers with it. Toothpaste is also good, oral care, because it's got that clove. Again, this is a hot oil because of the cinnamon and clove in there. So you do need to dilute with something, otherwise it will be quite hot on your skin or mouth. This is one of the number ones for like cleaning around your home. So I often make this with my soaps, my hand soaps, laundry detergent, floor cleaner, anything like that. And it's a really good one to like have in warm water if you've got a sore throat too. Deep Blue is up next. So Deep Blue consists of Japanese mint, copaiba, bergamot mint, tea tree, blue tansy, Spanish rosemary, star anise, peppermint, eucalyptus, helichrysum, wintergreen, and blue chamomile. So this is a topically only oil. You can diffuse it if you like, but it's really for soothing muscles and tension and that sort of thing. So used in that way, it's very effective. You mustn't use this one internally. So this one, it would be my number one for head tension, because the mint isn't so strong for me. And it just, I feel like the helichrysum is really repairing for injuries. I often get backache, so I will have a massage with Deep Blue, and then a roller onto my head for the head tension. But this can be used for any sort of aches and pains. Added to Epsom salts for the bath is another good way to use Deep Blue. Deep Blue for children, I've not used overly as much as the other oils. Deep Blue I would use diluted for like growing pains. So my son's only had a few occasions where he's cried out at night saying his knees hurt. I just massaged him Deep Blue onto those. So you can, of course, combine the power. So there's peppermint, lemon, and lavender. So this combination is really good to support with seasonal threats, however that might come up for you. this might start off with like runny nose, itchy eyes. So you would take this 2 drops of each into a veggie capsule and take internally, or add 10 drops of each to a roller and apply to chest, or breathe in from palms. Add to a nasal inhaler as well. So you're breathing in and taking it internally for quite a few months before you normally get those symptoms. And then there's frankincense and lavender. So this enhances each other for anxious feelings. In a veggie capsule under the tongue, in a roller. Again, you can add to the nasal inhalers. So you can sort of make these combinations to suit you. Have a little play about with them. So air and lavender is the snoring one. But yes, applying to chests and feet and spine is always good too. So this is just a little video about tea tree and oregano. It's a very powerful video, and I'd like to share that with you. You might want to turn up your volume for this one. There you go. So first time I watched that, I thought it was incredible the way he sort of explained it. And that leads me on to my next thing is flume. So it's got the tea tree and the oregano in there. So if you already have oils and you haven't made flume, make flume now, because flume is the one. It's a serious immune support bomb. You know what kids are like, they're picking up all sorts of bugs all day long. This prevents it from happening, also for such a serious or just nips it in the bud. So for me, it's always like starts with it in the throat. So I will just take flume in capsules. So you can screenshot this if you'd like the information. So this has, is that gonna, yeah, that's gonna do that. Yeah. Right. You can diffuse this if you'd like. You can apply to chest, pulse points, and soles of feet. For kids, I normally just do it on the feet. So this is just 1 drop each of the oregano and frankincense, and then 2 drops of the lemon on garden tea tree. And then veggie caps is 2 drops of each, and then 2 to 3 times a day. So you take it like every 2 or 3 hours. if it's a really serious sort of thing that you're trying to nip in the bud. But yes, we have flume rollers for every single person in the family, even babies. I just do one drop, and yeah, just apply to the feet, and it works really well. So this is a little slide for the price per drop, just to give you an idea of what sort of money you'd be spending per drop. So for a restful, silent night's sleep is 50p for 2 drops of air and 2 drops of lavender. To soothe the sore throat, you've got lemon and On Guard, so that's just 1 drip each at 21p. You've got aches and pains, 87p. Beat the hay fever snivels, 58p. And natural antibiotic for 42p. Again, you can screenshot this if it's helpful to you. So how to get these oils into your home if you're not already a customer of mine. And also, if you've been invited by somebody else, just reach out to them in regards to getting your oils. So choosing the right starter kit for you. So for tonight, everyone watching this, either recording or live here tonight, you do get a free Brave, which is a courage blend with the Family Essentials kit. So both of these kits are the 10 oils that we spoke about tonight. The Family Essentials kit is what I started with. And this is 5ml bottles for 156.50. And the Home Essentials kit is the same oils, but 3 times as much. So there's 15ml bottles, except Deep Blue, which is still 5ml, and plus a diffuser as well for just under twice the price at 278.50. And with this at the moment, you do get an extra frankincense 15ml, and the bubble diffuser, which I'll show you as well. I've got a little bubble diffuser, which is like a motion detection diffuser, so it hasn't got water in it. You just put the bottle onto the top of it, and it just puffs out a few drops of oil. So this is good for like the bathroom where you can't have plugs in. I've got 2 and I love them. But yeah, Brave is free with the Home Essentials kit as well, so you get 3 items free there, and that's one's really good for children just to use for some confidence, but also adults can use it too. It smells like sweets, and it's often one that we use as like a little perfume or deodorant. So with your kit, you also get all these resources to help get you started, because you might get your oils and think, wow, I don't know what to do now. But you always have help from me or whoever invited you to this class. You get access to a 10-day training program called My Oil Camp. You can access this at any time, come back to it, just get the information. You can come and go as you please with that one, but that's got things like roller blends, some DIY ideas, diffuser blends, and you can even make a first aid kit. And then you've got the VIP group on Facebook. So this is free access to this, and this has loads of resources. Classes like this one would be in there. You've got ebooks for like perfume making and more kids information. You've got the gut health, all sorts in there. And then you've got the 3 months free trial from the Wellness Library. And there's lots of useful websites and links too. You've also got weekly customer Zoom calls and education classes that you can come and go to as you please. And these are always recorded too. So this has, all sorts of things, specific health complaints. Yes, and these are all recorded. So also included with your customer account, you do get a one-to-one with me, so we can go for any personal needs. And this is an hour long, so we can just sit down and be more specific to you. and your family. And you can access the loyalty rewards program once you got started. So this has free points, products, and shipping too. And as you can see from here, these are all the other products that we do. So this has all the On Guard range. You've got toothpaste, laundry detergent, ready-mades, cleaners. You've got probiotics, supplements like the collagen, the metabolic, Metapower range as well, and the BMG, which is like vitamins, minerals, greens, and you can get lost in all of those. Thank you for joining us live and on the recording. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook, the Instagram, or catch me on emails, these are my handles. You're welcome to screenshot these, but anything under Alice Clark, you'll probably find me. I am on TikTok as well, and WhatsApp too. So if you need any more information, or if you need any more help with anything, there is also more classes coming up soon. So if you came halfway through, you can join those as well. But thank you for joining me. Does anyone have any questions at all? If I'm not on the chat, you can put it into the chat if you'd like to. I'll stop the recording actually. Stop recording.